Choose our first date. Get matcha/coffee, museum, thrifting, art or history. I wish you died in Iraq. Cool. That escalated quite fast. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be taking another look at r/Nicegirls, a subreddit dedicated to girls who think they're the best and think they're really nice. Spoiler alert, much like nice guys, they're not. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention, as always, I will be live over at my Twitch at 7 PM UK time on Thursday, as I am every single Thursday, so do come check it out. It's always a good time. I'd love to see more of you there. Let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Hey, I had a really good time tonight. Same. I always have a wonderful time with you. Yeah, dinner was amazing. I just have something to say. Please don't take this the wrong way. What's up? Did you seriously only get me flowers? Or is there another surprise or something? What do you mean? Again, dinner was great. I'm not complaining. It's just flowers? Really? That's like the most generic female gift possible. Most girls don't care for them outside of the movies. It wouldn't be so bad if you got something else too, but no, just useless flowers. I also got dinner. It was fun. I'm confused. LMAO, dinner was an activity. Flowers are a gift. I'm not complaining about the activity of the evening. I'm complaining about the gift. Not that hard to understand. WTF? Yeah, WTF indeed, lol. I just thought it was a nice gesture along with the dinner. I didn't think it was mandatory I got you an Iron Man suit as well. Iron Man suit, lol. Oh my god, you're so dramatic. No other guy has treated me like this, and my girlfriends agree I deserve better. I shouldn't settle for a man who won't treat me like the queen I am. Just take this as a kick up the ass to work harder, lol. I've noticed in so many nice girl posts, they always do the like, I deserve to be treated like a queen. And it's like, you know, everyone deserves to be treated well by their partners. That's a real thing. I appreciate that. Everyone wants to be treated well by their partners. But expecting someone to bring a gift to you on a date that they don't have to do. They've already made the gesture of bringing flowers, because whether you like flowers or not, it's the gesture that is important. It's not the flowers themselves. They've already done that, which is more than most people would do. But also, they call him dramatic, as if she hasn't just started a fight over the fact he got her flowers. And also, she does the whole like, my friends agree that I deserve better. And like, I'm gonna put it out there, they're not exactly a non-biased party in this conversation, are they? Most friend groups would say that you deserve a lot more than you probably do, because they're your friends. No one is entitled to a gift on a date, and he already paid for dinner, something that he also didn't have to do. Hey, please delete my number. I'm sorry, who is this? This person. Oh, hey, yeah, I didn't save it, so you're good. The fuck? Why? What is the matter with you? We had 2 really nice dates and you don't want to see me now? You're probably a cocksucker anyways. Don't know how to handle a real woman. No wonder your wife left you. I'm not saying that word. Okay, just skipping over the fact that you messaged me just to ask for your number to be deleted, then got upset I already had. I'm not interested in you. 1, you made fun of the fact I'm in recovery, then ordered 2 back-to-back shots of tequila. Should have walked out of the date then and there. 2, you're 23 and just became a cop, and you ran a background check on me. Bring it up casually on a second date. 3, you asked to see my new apartment, and when I told you explicitly that I would show you it, but wouldn't have sex, you stripped naked and went into the kitchen and posed naked on my couch. You're a fucking liar. You said you wanted a girlfriend but didn't want to fuck. Say something. If you text back right now, we can fuck before my shift. I can smell the vodka rolling off your breath. You should sleep before you have to drive and carry a firearm. Fuck you. I know where you live. You're getting a raid. That word again. So there's layers to this one. There's a lot of layers. First and foremost, the biggest thing is an abuse of power, an abuse of resources that she has as a police officer. That's something you can report. She's done a lot of things here that she very much should not be doing and can get in a lot of trouble for doing, like threatening to raid you over you deleting her phone number and doing a background check on you and using resources for personal means. Not only that, but the clear disregard for consent, and repeated use of a slur. Yeah, you got out at a good time, it seems. You like you said, the time that you should have walked out is the time that you should have walked out, but at least it didn't go any further than that. Because yeah, this is just not okay. Just not okay. I'm not sure about seeing you again. All right, good night. Wow, that's it? Seriously? Okay, now I realize that was a huge mistake. How rude. Grow up. You just pissed me off, and I never get mad. Sorry for being rude. I was not feeling good. Don't be immature and ignore me. I can get any guy I want. I don't need you. My uncle is the old governor here and worked for the embassy. My family has power. You are nothing. Goodbye. So don't come back to here. It's the classic, she wanted the last word. She wanted to be the one to say, I don't want to see you again. But she really wanted you to be like, no, please. But when you respected her decision like an adult, she suddenly got all arsy about it and was like, how dare you? How dare you respect my decision? Blah, blah, blah. You just pissed me off and I never get mad is clearly just a lie. No one gets that pissed off after one message and never gets pissed off normally. Like, come on. Also, telling him to grow up because he respected her decision, but then also to go on and, you know, defend her ego, you know, I can get any man I want, which is why I'm harassing you over text right now because I don't have any other men. And also the whole, my family's got power, you're nothing, which is why I'm chasing you up in text and continuing to message you for my own ego. Yeah, it really sounds like you've got so much more going on. Yeah, this was not supposed to be like this. Let a blizzard. It's been a total bitch to be dressed up in this. Unfortunately, we can't control much in life, but the snow is fun sometimes. I'm sure you look stunning, even if you got to wade through the blizzard. That's very sweet. I'm just cold. Guess my sweet words weren't enough to warm you up then. See you soon. Oh my god, please don't love bomb. It gives me the ick. I have so much stuff to do today and I'm exhausted and I don't really want to meet up. Okay, nice to meet you then. Take care of yourself. Love bombing is when flirting with someone that you're meant to be flirting with. The whole X gave me the ick trend has been so toxic. I can understand things that, you know, are actually like red flags and being like, this thing put me off of this person. But there's so many just mundane things like, they eat a salad, that gave me the ick. Or they flirted with me on a dating site, that gave me the ick. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. It was a thing that existed that got taken so far that it just turned into something really toxic, you know? Hey, I had fun last week. Would you want to meet up at Samson's or something tomorrow? It was pretty fun, but I need to be honest. I sensed some strange aura about you when we met. You seem cool and everything, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think we're compatible. I really do appreciate the honesty, especially after some of the experiences I've had, but I'll be honest. Strange aura is pretty vague. Could you elaborate a bit, just so I know what to work on? I just don't think we're compatible, is all. Especially with our morals. I'm an extreme advocate for freedom and rights for everyone, but I just don't get that vibe from you, and I want to avoid another potentially toxic/controlling relationship. Like, I loved that you showed me your guitar and played a few songs and showed me your playlist, but the things I notice is the lack of diversity in it. It was all white men, which you may not think is bad, but it speaks volumes to me about you as a person. Wow, you're serious? Yes. Alright, good luck finding someone with a mindset like that. Alright, you don't have to be an asshole about it. I was nice and passive as possible explaining it to you. Point proven too. You and every other guy can't take simple constructive criticism because it hurts your immature little egos. I know it's no big deal to you, but outside of your cocoon, people struggle every day and you clearly could care less. I wonder what the guy who schedules your gigs would say if he knew he pays a racist asshole to play at his venue. It's such a leap to go, your music tastes mean you're racist because you listen to white people. Like, it's a really big leap. I mean, granted, there are some genres of music that can be construed as racist more than others. Not that all of the music in that genre is racist, you know, but some of them tend to be a bit more than others. And I don't know what genre this person listens to, but she opens with talking about how, you know, she's an extreme advocate of freedom and rights for everyone, but he's not allowed to listen to the music he listens to, and that's a complete deal breaker, is the music he listens to. But also, I'm going to use myself as an example here. I listen to a lot of really diverse music. I listen to music from a lot of different cultures. I like a lot of music, you know? I have favorite genres, but I listen to a diverse, broad spread of music. However, if someone asks to see my music tastes, the music tastes I would probably choose is punk, whether that be psychedelic punk, more modern punk, or classic 70s, 80s punk, you know? Punk's probably the biggest genre I listen to. Now, punk also tends to be a very predominantly white music genre, especially when you go to classic punk, purely just because of the time and place and how it occurred, right? So if I was showing you a punk playlist and it was predominantly white men, that doesn't mean that all of the music I listen to is predominantly white men. It just means that that genre quite often is. And that's not even to say that all of the music artists I listen to in that genre are white men, you know? Off the top of my head, there's a band called Cheap Perfume that I really like, that I really enjoy listening to. They did a song called It's Okay to Punch Nazis, just to name one. Great band, and they are a predominantly female-led band. But to go to someone and be like, I think you're racist because of you listen to music written by white men, is just an insane thing to say. And to then like threaten to tell his music, the person that organizes his gigs, his agent, I guess, to threaten to tell that person that he's racist because of some of the music he listens to happens to be white men, is just wild. It's just wild. But it's also so close-minded because it implies that you can't see past someone's music tastes to understand the views or experiences they have, but you're not even willing to further explore their music tastes to see what they actually listen to beyond the initial reaction you've had. You're basing your entire view of their personality on their initial reaction, which is very close-minded and ultimately very unliberal and unfree. That's not a very pro-freedom move, is what I'm getting at. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. Have a great rest of your evening too, and get plenty of rest too. Hey, I noticed you started typing my name with a lowercase letter instead of an uppercase like before. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way and made me feel a bit weird. I've always been cool with you, so it threw me off. Anyway, I think I'm gonna pass on that date this Saturday. Have fun chatting with everyone else. Take care. Hello? What's he supposed to reply to that? She does the classic like follow-up like, oh, you didn't respond to me telling you I don't want to see you anymore because you typed my name with a lowercase letter. How dare you not respond to that? But it's such a weird thing to be like, no, this hands down, I'm throwing off our date. This isn't happening anymore because you wrote my name with a lowercase letter once. But she rounded it off, right? She literally said, have fun chatting with everyone else. Take care. That's a goodbye. This is done. And then because he didn't respond to that, she's like, hello, annoyed emoji, hello. Like, is he supposed to just go, oh my God, I'm so sorry for typing your name with a lowercase letter. It will never happen again. This thing that clearly wasn't deliberate or, you know, premeditated, just the thing that happened. I'm sorry. It's clear that I am a terrible person and you can never date me again. Cassie's opening move. Where would you take me on our first date? Good dinner and drinks at a nice restaurant. And I guess we pay our meals separately because you are 50-50. Probably gonna stay single a bit more longer with that attitude. I hope your students understand that this is not how it works. Maybe you already start to train your pool floor so that you are at least a little bit prepared for the 9 months of pregnancy and labor. I hope you're gonna make it and your 50-50 masculine woman is going to take care of you, princess. Wow, you're insane. Reddit is gonna love you, psycho. Look, she is a classic nice girl, but you didn't have to. The Reddit messages are cringe, dude. She doesn't care that you use Reddit. There's a lot to unpack here, though, is immediately being defensive over him being 50-50, even though he hasn't mentioned that. I'm guessing it's in his bio, but you're an adult, I'm assuming. I'm assuming she's an adult with a job and responsibilities, which means she probably earns money, which means I feel like it's pretty reasonable to assume that she could afford her own food, perhaps. I don't understand this like aversion to 50-50, you know, this idea that men have to pay for a woman's date, and so many people take that to be like, you know, this is something that has to happen. Like, you're an adult and you have a job and you earn your own money, and in the modern day he probably isn't earning that much more. The economy's fucked, everyone's broke, people can't always afford to pay for an expensive meal for 2 people, and that's normal, especially in this day and age. So what, is he supposed to save up money so he can take a stranger on a date? That's stupid. I don't get it. If he offered, then great, you know, let him offer, but it shouldn't be something that you expect and that he has to do or it's a deal breaker. It should be a thing that he can do and is a benefit, you know? And that is where I'm going to end the video, everybody. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you have all enjoyed. Oh boy, this is, it's certainly been a ride. Nice Girls always is, isn't it? If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of my wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me. It helps so much, and it genuinely means so much. So thank you to everybody that does. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.